agency. A lot of people thought the Indiana Fever was going to pull up short. I'm here to tell you, they was playing chess while everybody else in the damn W was playing checkers, bro. They just strategically put this thing together.
Remember when everyone claimed Caitlin Clark was getting bullied on the court? Well, the Indiana Fever just made a move that could turn the tide, one no one saw coming. They've added Swiftie Cunningham, one of the toughest enforcers in the league, and this could make Caitlin Clark nearly unstoppable. But here's the twist. This trade isn't just about bringing in another player. So, who is Swiftie Cunningham, and why does she matter? Let's break it down. She's more than just a scrappy competitor. She's the fearless, hard-nosed warrior the Fever have been missing. With her on the team, everything is about to shift.
So Swiftie Cunningham was traded to the Indiana Fever in a trade that a lot of people are really confused at, but for me, I think it makes so much sense for the Indiana Fever to do what they did.
Remember when Caitlin Clark was getting pushed around last season? Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but those days, they're done for good. Enter Swiftie Cunningham, a player who never backs down from anyone. She's not here to play nice, she's here to ensure Clark and the Fever hold their ground. If anyone wants to get physical, they'll have to go through her first. But here's the real game changer. Cunningham isn't just tough, she's a major offensive threat too. Last season, she averaged 18 points per game and drained an impressive 45% from 3. That kind of firepower doesn't just change the game, it wins it.
This trade only makes sense, this trade for me anyway, makes perfect sense but you have to look at it in a big picture type thing. And right now, if the Indiana Fever do not make any trades, this is a bad deal. But if you guys don't know, Swiftie Cunningham is on a bargain contract. The Phoenix Mercury signed her to an absolutely bargain contract, basically as a favor, because she does so much work with the Phoenix Suns. And I think they offered her to go to Indiana and she said yeah.
Now, you're probably wondering, what did the Fever have to give up to bring in Cunningham? Well, here's the real jaw-dropper. Believe it or not, they got all this toughness, shooting, and energy for just $100,000. That's right, Cunningham is on a bargain contract that's going to have other teams scratching their heads. It's like the Fever cracked the WNBA's cheat code and played it to perfection.
But she is being paid $100K a year. Her salary is basically identical to Nalissa Smith's. She is a much better prospect than Nalissa Smith. And with the fact that they've barely taken on any more salary, they don't have to use a first-round pick this year.
Let's dive even deeper. Cunningham isn't just about scoring and toughness. She's bringing a whole new energy to the Fever. You know, those players who elevate everyone around them, that's Cunningham. She's not just here to protect Clark. She's going to raise the entire team's game. It's like the Fever just added a secret weapon, one that no one saw coming.
League trade, as Indiana sends the number 8 pick to Dallas as part of this deal, but gets Swiftie Cunningham in return, a sharpshooter from Phoenix, a tough player as well. So in the same day as they get Natasha Howard, they get Swiftie Cunningham, possibly adding 2 starters, while also bringing Kelsey Mitchell back, and in year 2 of Caitlin Clark. So the Fever are title contenders right now. That's the deal with this deal.
And here's the real game changer. Remember how Caitlin Clark was constantly targeted and bullied on the court? Well, that's about to stop. As one analyst put it, Caitlin Clark finally has her enforcer. Swiftie Cunningham won't stand for the rough treatment Clark has been dealing with in the WNBA. Just think about how freeing that's going to be for Caitlin. She'll get to do what she does best, completely dominate on the court, while Cunningham takes care of the dirty work.
Long story short, man, we got to talk about Swiftie Cunningham, what she brings to the team, and we all know Caitlin Clark has been a huge target for WNBA veterans, for just haters in general. And I'm here to tell you, Swiftie Cunningham is not going to put up with the hate and the bullying Caitlin Clark has been receiving throughout the WNBA.
This isn't just about adding a player, it's about the Fever getting smarter. They didn't just improve, they turned their biggest weakness into a strength. And they did all of this while staying under the salary cap, leaving room for even more moves. It's like watching a chess master setting up the perfect game. And now we're all starting to see just how brilliant this move really was. Next, Vios. Next, Vice. Now, you might be thinking, all right, the Fever made some moves, but what's the big deal about trading away the number 8 pick? Well, here's where it gets really interesting. The Fever aren't just making trades, they're rewriting the playbook on how to build a championship contender.